What's up, you guys? Happy Wednesday. Today, rapper Fat Joe is trending all over the internet for referring to legendary singer Lil Mo and unforgettable rapper Vita Dusty Bees. During last night's verses between Ja Rule and Fat Joe referred to the two women as Dusty Bees. So we're going to get into what Fat Joe said, what he said when Ja Rule called on him to apologize, and then the apology that he eventually tweeted, as well as Lil Mo's response, because Lil Mo has responded to Fat Joe calling her and Vita Dusty Bees.
Yo, let's go. Let's go. Hold on.
Let's not go back.
You had to bring Remy to save you. This is fucking pathetic.
You got all the other dusty bitches back there, John.
Let's go. Hold on.
Let's not go back. Every fucking song got a feature, John.
Hold up, Craig. I didn't see nobody come. Y'all seen somebody come out here with me?
Oh, them
I been either.
You gotta go to the crack house to find them bitches.
Hold up, but let me tell you something, Craig. I heard you say something about I ain't had a
Really?
So, in case you couldn't understand what Fat Joe was saying, Ja Rule mentioned that Fat Joe had to bring out Remy Ma to save him. And then Fat Joe was like, well, you got those Dusty Bees. I seen those Dusty Bees in the back. And he said you have to go to the crack house to get them. And then a few seconds later comes on Lil Mo and Vita. And so then later on in the show, like right around the break, Ja Rule asked Fat Joe to apologize. Like he kind of calls him out and he asks him to apologize.
I'm shocked that you calling the ladies on bitches. I'm shocked that you show a little respect. Because you know what? I just want to give the ladies some thug loving. You understand? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Be respectful to the ladies, man. Yo. Now, we're not saying that being so disrespectful to the ladies, man.
They need to eat something.
I'm shocked at you calling the ladies all kinds of bitches. I'm shocked that you show a little respect. Because you know what? I just want to give the ladies some thug loving. You understand? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
So when Ja Rule called on Fat Joe to apologize, if you guys notice, and to me this is a big deal, he did not apologize. He doubled down and he was like, they need to eat something. And Lil Mo and Vita are both petite women, but for him to double down and say they need to eat something and basically not apologizing for calling them crack bees and dusty bees, that tells you how he really feels. Like when he went on Twitter, later that night, he went on Twitter and he apologized. But his first instinct and the first thing that he said, if you ask me, that tells you how he really feels. But later on, he did go on Twitter and said, shout out to the ladies. Very sorry if I disrespected. I love Vita and Lil Mo. I'm super sorry. Love my sisters. It don't sound like you nobody's brother. It don't sound like you nobody's brother to me, Fat Joe. So his mentions are a mess. Like this person, Jiggly Pete said, I'm so tired of men using black women for their punchlines. I know Vita and Lil Mo didn't work their behinds off to be called Dusty Bees and say they're from crack houses. It was way out of line and disrespectful. No if about it, because he put if in his apology. He said, if I disrespect. Someone else said, you called them out their names multiple times and body shamed them. Like when he said they need to eat something. She said, like your mentions, this apology is in shambles. No ifs about it. Beyond disrespectful. I'm glad Josh stood up for these queens and called you out. And someone else said, I wouldn't expect much from a man that let Big Pun's family starve after the man passed. Now, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother video. But Big Pun's wife did have to sue Fat Joe to get access to the money and to the publishing from Big Pun. But you guys, I also wanted to show you that Lil Mo actually did respond to this. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk because she commented on the Neighborhood Talk's post when they posted the video of Fat Joe disrespecting her and Vita, and they asked for thoughts. Lil Mo gave her thoughts, and she commented with 4 broken hearts, #disappointed. And I'm sure she was disappointed. This was a big night for all of the people involved, for Fat Joe, for Ja Rule, and for Vita and Lil Mo. This was a big night for them, and for him to almost ruin it, calling them Dusty Bees and saying that Ja Rule had to get him out of a crack house, it's kind of like he's almost ruined it. So I can understand why she would be heartbroken. But leave a comment and let me know what you think. I just think he can be a clown, to be honest with you. I think Fat Joe can be a clown when it comes to women. And I'm sorry that happened to Vita and Lil Mo. But leave a comment and let me know what you think about the entire situation. As always, thanks for watching.
Layla,